All right, hey everyone. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. Um, so this is Lawrence and I playing in the evening. He is on what I like to call Watchman, where he looks out across the yard to see what's going on. And I really like to kind of try to stay with him when he's doing this. It's something that I really enjoy, he really enjoys. It just feels like something that we can do together that is just really nice. So as you can see, as I've approached him, I've kind of waited for him to look at me and start to kind of move his feet towards me. And I've taken that as my cue to come to his shoulder, which is a place I know he likes. And now here I am just trying to synchronize with his breath. It was kind of easy on this day because you can see his breath in there, nice. And there I just marked that focus change with a new place. And I actually tried to go for touching, and as soon as that tension came up, I backed off, and you can see the lick and chew there. I want to be a bit careful. I think now I'm watching this back about not going too quickly, and also not releasing on him not being okay. But I also want him to know that I respect his boundaries. So he's kind of just turned away from me. And actually, in hindsight, I think he just wanted me to stand there. But this is often something that he does when he wants me to scratch him. So I've kind of taken that cue and taken the rug off and started scratching. And you can see him turn around to look at me, and he kind of starts walking. So I'm trying to find the right spot here for the scratch, and he really walks totally away from me. So I take a second just to kind of process that and have him process that, because clearly, actually, he didn't really want the scratches. So now I'm just picking my new place. Unfortunately, you can't really see his head here, but there is likely another change. And on that change, I'm then going to put the rug back over. So I've checked out the scratches. We're not feeling like we need any scratches today, which is awesome. And it's really nice, actually, that I'm able to put the rug back on and have it not be a big deal. And just not that we need to walk off. And it's actually kind of also really nice to offer the scratches and have him say no thanks, like compared to where we have been at different times. It's not really a super itchy time of year, but yeah, still I'm happy really. So I'm going to return to behind him because I think that's where he wanted me. We're just going to keep doing our Watchman. And there I'm going to change position, just marking that change of focus. That was a moment where he looked at something else, he felt better, and I'm going to mark it. Here's where things get a little tricky. So that turn of head there, I could have marked that, but I chose not to. This one I did choose to. I'm still just trying to catch his breaths, be in sync with him. You can see his ears going. I could have chosen, if he's really frozen, which I actually did, choose to mark that moment. And here's a big one that I missed. So when his eyes come up like that, he's changing his focus to look at something in the distance versus something that's closer to him. And that's definitely a change that I should have recognized and responded to based on all the other changes that I was responding to. I don't really have a purpose in this session, which is kind of challenging. And it's definitely something that since this session I'm now working on. But at the time, I was just really trying to be a good friend and show him that I'm really responsive and I understand him. So in order to do that, I really need to be consistent. And definitely that lift of the head was a very clear change of focus that comparably to all the other focus changes that I have reacted to, I really want to react to that now, looking back in hindsight. But, you know, we're still having a pretty nice session. And here again, that was a really nice little change, just to mark the moment that he's just looking around. He's kind of not too frozen, which is actually kind of what I want. Like, it's nice to do Watchman with him, but it would be really nice if we could do Watchman for a bit and then do something else, because he tends to get frozen quite a lot in like one focus. Like if he's sleeping or being comfortable like this, that's all he's doing. If he's grazing, that's all he's doing. If he's being stressed on the yard, that's all he's doing. So actually, it would be kind of good for me to be rewarding all these little changes here and just really helping him to feel, oh, here comes a big change. Harry's coming over. I've seen Harry coming over. I'm just waiting for the right moment. There it is, as I said, comes around. I'm just waiting to see what happens here. And this is actually a super nice interaction between them. Normally, Lawrence would get scared really quickly. And instead, he's let Harry come into his space and they're having a nice little play. And so I'm kind of like trying to, looking back, I think I should have stayed still there. But actually they're still playing, and so that's good. He's then looking around to me here because he's getting a little bit uncomfortable. And I back off, but then I do the right thing, which is to come past Harry. And actually what I should have done was do the nose to hand touch with Lawrence much more clearly and then take him with me past Harry. So I had kind of the right idea, but it was a little bit hazy on the actual feel. Harry's going to come over and check out my camera, and I guess that's where this video ends. I hope that was helpful and enjoyable and interesting. Let me know.